Hey guys, what's up? Ryze TriKz here, bringing you another Call of Duty AW gameplay. This gameplay is me, Ryze and Chicken, all going for, we were trying to get 100 pluses. Neither one of us got actually 100 plus, but we were all, me and Oath were right there. We were really close, and then Chicken had a pretty high amount of kills too. And I think altogether our kills were like way more than the entire enemy teams. I think it was like the entire enemy teams and then doubled was around the amount of kills that we got. So we ended up getting like a crazy amount of kills, just us three together. And hope you all are having a great day. Black Ops 3 is right around the corner. The beta, the game isn't really that far away either, but the beta, it's right around the corner. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play it on the PlayStation, but I will be playing it on the One, so I'll miss the first week of it, but the second week, I'm going to be... sorry, guys, I can't even speak right now. I'm going to be bringing you all gameplays of it, and live comms, probably mostly just live comms and reaction videos, stuff like that. Obviously, there's going to be some gameplays. I might try to go do some commentaries on some class setups. I know that's kind of early, because I wouldn't have played the game a lot, and the beta's not going to have everything that the actual game will have. Not to mention some of the stuff may change from the beta to the actual, when the game is actually released. But, anyways, expect a lot of videos on that within, I don't know, like a couple weeks. I don't know specifically when it comes out. I kind of need to learn that because, yeah. But anyways, guys, so this commentary, I just want to talk to you all about a subject that I think, needs to be talked about because it kind of bothers me a little bit being a gamer, and any gamer that's ever really played video games a lot probably has maybe thought the same thing before, but a lot of times gaming in particular gets criticized a lot for just being some lazy thing. It doesn't take a lot of brain and power, it's just lazy. And teachers, parents, everybody argues the fact that it kills your brain and it's not good for you and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of people will, they don't think it's a sport. And this commentary is just going to be talking about everything all together. It's going to be talking about if I, think it's a sport, and if I think other people should consider it a sport. And then the effects of gaming on your brain. First off, I guess I'm going to go with the whole sport thing. Now, a lot of people... they don't consider it a sport, and I don't really understand why they don't consider it a sport, There's so many things out there that are considered sports, I've had the debate before, and I know this is actually kind of a large debate. I think I saw it, the first time that I ever even heard about it, I was in my economics class. We were watching, CNN, which is just like a news thing, and they were talking about a bunch of people debating whether or not NASCAR, driving, is a sport. And, some people were just debating, oh, you're just getting in a car and you're going really fast, speeding around circles, and that's kind of true. But obviously, there's much more to it than that. And that's kind of everything in life, Everything in life has much more than just, oh, you just do this. No, there's a lot more that goes into it. I could just say, you just breathe to exist, but no, there's a lot of things that your body is doing for you to breathe, and that's like an everyday thing. So, at least I hope. If you're not breathing, you might want to get that checked out because that's probably a big problem. Anyways, so driving around NASCAR, obviously people have to somewhat be fit to fit in the car. They have to know a lot about cars, speeds, mechanics, kind of like gaming. Whenever you get a new game, you kind of have to learn the mechanics in a game. Well, they're also going, at like 240 miles per hour or whatever, I don't know exactly how fast they go, but they're going pretty fast, obviously. So, and they're shooting around corners, you could wreck into somebody, so you have to be very aware of your surroundings. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So I don't think that it shouldn't be considered a sport. And then there's so many other things like ping pong and stuff that, people consider a sport. And I know a lot of people already do consider gaming a sport, esports, obviously. It's a sport. But I think people outside of gaming don't really look at it as a sport, but it is exactly just like a sport. You have like seasons and off seasons, somewhat. It's you kind of have like an off season when the Call of Duty gets a little bit lower down, and the next one's about to come out. The tournaments don't really, they're not as big. They're not as hyped up. They're not happening as much, and then the new one comes out, and it's back to grinding. And it's back to building up to those huge, giant competitions. So it's back to training a lot. And so it's kind of, when you think about it, it kind of does seem like it has a season and an off season, and obviously there's tournaments. Everything that you would think a normal sport would have, gaming has. So I don't really understand why people don't think it's a sport. I would consider it a sport, but that's my opinion. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below, but we're going to go on to the next thing. And this is another reason why I think it should be a sport, because a lot of people will argue the fact when something doesn't seem like there's a lot of work that gets put into it, they're like, oh, that's not a sport. Or, I don't know. I've heard people say that. They're like, gaming? What is gaming? You know, all you do is just sit there and move your thumbs around. No, there's a lot more into gaming than just moving your thumbs. I mean, yes, you're right, we do move our thumbs, but no. There's so much more to it than that. Gaming takes a lot of brain power. I don't care if you think it doesn't, you're wrong. I don't understand why teachers always say that. I've had so many teachers before talk to me about gaming and how it is bad for your brain. It does nothing for your brain. And I'm just sitting here like, you are wrong. I mean, have you ever played video games? Most of the people that say it haven't even played video games. How can you say something doesn't take any skill or doesn't take any brain power when you haven't even done it yourself? That's like me trying to sit here and talk to you about something, you know, like, I don't know, medicine. I don't know anything about medicine. That's like me trying to talk about the effects of medicine on something. I haven't studied medicine. I don't know anything about medicine. I can't make an accurate assumption of anything to do with medicine because I don't know anything about it. It makes no sense. Okay, so that's number one. They make absolutely no damn sense. Number two, the effects in many studies. I'm talking about like alumni schools, scientists, a bunch of people have started doing studies of gaming. I think it was last year, and Red Bull or some company teamed together and they were like doing brain scans. That's what I'm looking for. Brain scans on Optic Scumpy and Nadeshot and a bunch of the Optic people. And I remember them having all these weird little hats on while they were playing video games. And they were basically just doing a bunch of studies on them. Well, a lot of people have been doing studies on it lately. And a lot of the studies have come up to show that gaming has a huge positive effect on your brain in many different ways. Especially depending on which games you're playing. Different games promote different positive effects onto your brain. Number one, I'm reading this actually from like an article. So if I seem like I'm hesitating or something for a minute, I'm just going to go run through all these different things real quick. This says following instructions. Obviously, you know, when you're playing a game, you get instructions and you got to follow it in order to do it. So, yes, gaming helps with following instruction, and it helps that part of the brain. Problem solving and logic. You face this all the time in games, literally all the time. You are always put into different positions that you have no idea how to, you know what to do to overcome this situation, you know? If you're playing like Call of Duty on veteran difficulty, sorry, I'm having a hard time speaking today. If you're playing Call of Duty on veteran difficulty, that is a really hard thing to do. I've done it multiple times, but take it, this is just an example. So, I don't know how to explain it without actually showing you footage of it. But, imagine, like, people are standing here, 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 and here. You have to figure out what to do to get past all these guys or what to do to kill them without dying. You're problem solving. A problem is you have to get past these people and progress into the mission. That's the problem. You need to get past them. So you have to figure out what you have to do to get past these people. So you're using problem solving and logic. Logic, for example. If I know that a gun in Advanced Warfare is not very, accurate, I can attach a grip to it or something like that. It produces more accuracy. You're using logical reasoning. So another thing that it helps the brain. Hand and eye coordination, fine motor, and spatial skills. I think that's what it is. But obviously, hand and eye coordination, you're using this all the time. Motor skills. You use a lot of times when you're, driving a car, or motorcycle, whatever it is, you have to be very situationally aware. You have to know where everything, everything around you is. And you have to do this in video games too, especially if you're playing at a professional level. You have to know where everything is around you. You have to be able to multitask in your brain pretty well. And you have to be very aware. And you do have to be, you have to have some hand and eye coordination. So obviously it helps with that. Another thing that, gaming does. Planning, resource management, and logistics. You know, if you're playing Age of Empires or something like that, you're having to manage all your different things for your best possible outcome. Same thing with Clash of Clans. You know, you're managing money, you're managing armies, you're managing things. And then another one, like I just said, multitasking. Simulation tracking of many shifting variables and managing multiple objectives. You do this all the time. Like I said, teammates, enemies are constantly moving on your minimap in Call of Duty. You have to constantly pay attention to where they're going and what they're doing. You know, you are literally multitasking probably around 10 different things in Call of Duty at the same time at very high levels, you know. You're paying attention to where all your teammates are. You're paying attention to any red dots that pop up on the map. You're paying attention to what spots are open on the map. You're using memory with all that. You're doing reflexive skills, hand and eye coordination, and you're talking to usually 4 to 6 players at the exact same time while listening to game audio. You are multitasking like 10 different things. I remember I saw this study one time, and it was talking about how the average gamer can track 4 to 6 objects at the same time, while somebody who doesn't play video games can only track 1 to 2. So therefore, gaming makes, you know, it develops neurons, you know, whatever in our brain, and it helps us to multitask. And I think gaming greatly could help people in many situations who have learning disabilities. And I've actually heard of places that, you know, help with people that have, you know, learning disabilities. They use video games as actual treatment to help them because they know that it actually helps their brain in so many different ways. So, again, I don't know why everybody does that. Obviously, like I just said, quick thinking, fast analyzation, and decisions. In Call of Duty, it's an extremely fast game type. You're sitting here going, you know, it's just really fast, right? And you're getting all these different situations. You have to analyze these situations to come up with the best possible outcome for you to survive. So you're having to think in literally seconds to even milliseconds of timing and analyzing situations at a constant rate that quickly. That is a lot of brain power even of itself. Accuracy, obviously, when you're playing any type of action game, shooter game, analog stick, accuracy, obviously, you know, that's just an obvious. Accuracy is so important in that. Situational awareness, I already covered that. You have to pay attention to everything that's around you. Strategy and anticipation, kind of, you know, that could be debated that it's in every game, but obviously it's much more potent in certain games that are based just around strategy, like chess, for example. That's all just strategy and anticipating somebody else's move, so video games can help in that. Developing reading and math skills in certain games, yes, you have to do math on the spot. You have to read things in order to, you know, figure out what you have to do. Perseverance. I couldn't tell you how many times I've gotten pissed the hell off and probably broken crap trying to beat a game on veteran difficulty, whatever it is, legendary difficulty, insane difficulty. I've gotten pissed off and spent like hours trying to beat one frickin' mission. And you know what? I finally did it. That's perseverance. And then pattern recognition. You know, in games, a lot of times, patterns. They happen over and over and over again. I know in Gears of War, things spawn the exact same time, the exact same way, over and over and over again. I know this because, like I just said previously, I died over and over and over again. And then I recognized the pattern. Oh, these people spawn in here, 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 and here. If I, you know, analyze this situation, I could probably find a way to beat them. Like I just said, you know, you're using all these different things. Estimating skills, you know, like I said, estimating, you know, your chances of winning a game for existence. Like in Age of Empires, you need 50%. You have to kill 50% of their actual castle in order to win, you know. You're estimating if you can win whenever you look at somebody's defense. You're like, okay, he's got a catapult here guarding this, this here guarding this. If I could take out this, maybe this, I could get my 50% here. You know, you're estimating things. You're using a lot of brain power just in that. Inductive reasoning and hypothesis testing. This happens all the time. I mean, you're using hypothesis all the time. I mean, in Call of Duty, you try a new gun, you try doing this, it doesn't work, so you go to a different thing. You're using hypothesis. You're testing things. You're using inductive reasoning, mapping. Obviously, like I said, if you've played zombies, if you've played Call of Duty, if you've played a lot of games, You memorize the map, you know where to go in your head. You're visualizing the map in your head in zombies. You're like, okay, if I go here, I could turn around here, I could shoot these people in the train and then jump off here. You know, you're going through all this stuff in your head in milliseconds of time. Obviously, concentration. Whenever you're playing one of these fast-paced games, whenever you're playing anything, really, you know, you have to be concentrated at it. I think gaming was one of the most difficult things to do. And I honestly believe that. I've played, you know, whatever, high-intense gameplays, whatever, for 2 hours, your brain feels like it's shutting off. It's extremely difficult. Improved ability to rapidly, accurately recognize visual information. Again, happens in games. Reasons, judgments, taking risks, how to respond to challenges, how to respond to frustrations, how to explore and rethink goals, teamwork, cooperation with others, management, simulation, real-world skills. All of these things, they're all in video games. So, all those skills, that was probably 15 different skills. You're literally using over 15 different skills and constantly training them when playing a video game. And people say that that is not actual, you know, what's the word? It's not difficult. There's no skill in it. Blah, 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 blah. That is, it's the wrong thinking. And I don't know why people do that. But anyways, guys, this video is coming to an end. So I'll see you guys later. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys later.